Yo, hey, what's up, guys? We are right now on the test server, and I got some kind of bad news for you, and it kind of shows me sometimes how less Plarium is gonna test their stuff, because basically I do that, we do that on the test server for them. But yeah, we got some news about Green Maria, the awesome champion that nobody is able to kind of want. Yeah, whatever. What am I talking about? Wait, I gotta see what you guys see. She will get a nerf. There's a whole kind of text right here that not much makes sense for me, because we also will test in a second if she really deserves a nerf or something, because yeah, okay, let's talk about what will change on her. Her A1 skill will no longer grant an extra turn when fighting bosses, and the damage of her A1 will also be slightly decreased. It kind of affects PvP too. Like, the whole argument is that she needs to be in PvP good, but in PvE kind of trash. That seems to be like what her goal is: make her good in PvP, but she also sucks in PvE. Like, yeah. But the second part that's also gonna change: her passive will decrease the received damage to a lesser extent when fighting bosses compared to the current effect. So it's not 33%, 66, 99. Like, hey. Yeah, there were some issues with her. Like, overall, let's quickly talk about her and all these nasty things that she is supposed to do. Like, her A1 was totally bugged. It was endlessly repeatable. And then I put, like, it's all about my video. Who are we kidding? Like, I used Maria with one relic, and that relic, oh man. It's first of all a mythical, super rare, like it's not available all the time. Wait, Forge Pass, like it probably will here and there, but also wasn't that the thing that we only have a 0.5% chance to get because we just, like, come on guys, I really don't understand it right here, because the reality about the Fire Knight 10 example, for example, is I did like 30 runs or something, maybe more, 40, 50, something like that. I kept repeating until it worked once, because it kind of is a nice thing to do once. It's just, dude, like, I'm just having a little bit fun. But the reality about that thing, for example, is that it works probably 2% of the time. And that really doesn't matter too often. Like, and the damage overall is not the greatest in the world for future bosses, that you may be like, oh, I take endless turns when I have this relic, plus 18, and all the things that he, like, all these mythical gems right there and everything, and then you can do something crazy about it. Isn't that the way it's meant to be, that mythical stuff, and you got a lot of mythical with, like, champions that really have a nice synergy with those mythical relics, that they perform good? Or what are we talking about? Are these relics kind of useless? Like, is it just to show off when the effect is okay for some champions, but then they release a new one, it's kind of too broken? Then you gotta think about it. But hey, I'm kind of a little bit angry, to be honest. I don't really like how they did it and how we're not supposed to talk about and everything. But also, I wanna show kind of why is she even in danger of getting a nerf? It is specifically on PvE. She is not supposed to do something crazy. Let's go for her one time in here. For example, in Dragon 10. I kind of understand that Fire Knight 10 is kind of a problem. That you can do it solo. Even if it's just 2% of the time for one video, just to feel a little bit great about it. And what I thought is they're gonna check everything out, and then they're like, wait, this is actually not that crazy. Because her A1 right now, without relics, without the 9-piece merciless, without the relics, the gemstones and everything, it cannot go endlessly. That you just do A1s endless and endless and endless. They fixed that already. That was the first thing I tried on the test server. I saw that it works. Then I reported it, because it seems like a little bit before we have all the drama afterwards, and then they released a new version of her where she couldn't do it anymore. And then of course you search for the other things that make her stronger, do some crazy stuff, and then it turned out, of course, if you have extra turn mechanics with other extra turn stuff, then she gets more extra turns. Like, probably every other champion that has A1 extra turn or something can do this. I can probably make it work. She's just a triple hitter on everything, so everything was a little bit worse. So I thought they're gonna go in there and just test it out. Like, okay, let's do what Bronko did, and we do this like 100 times. Let's see how often it works. Oh, it does work 2% of the time. It's not really a thing. And also, I'm kind of curious why she gets nerfed For example, we have other champions in this game that can do the same thing even faster, even easier, and this is a free-to-play champion. Is it really important that she get a nerf for PvE right now? We will take a look at other stages where, like, it is not that the game is not soloable at all. We have many. That is most of the time the cheese, and it's even better if you can make it work solo, and that's what we are driving towards. For Fire Knight 10, the 2% chance with your food to be successful is nothing for everybody. It's not good for me, it's not good for anybody. It was just to showcase something that is possible. And now we have other champions that can do the same thing. Dragon, Marius is better. Marius can even solo other things, like, for example, Spider, what she can't. Like, there's not many champions that can. Okay, there are technically a lot of champions that can do it. Like, just have an AoE hitter pretty hard and you can do it. But for example, Shogun, man, I did it. I used Maria. Right now, in her current set, that is actually not possible for me, because she does have her, what it's called, the cat's gaze right now. Right, let me navigate on her. Like, she has the cat's gaze right now, and if I spam A1 over and over and over again, yeah, it will not happen, because I just don't even have a 9-piece Merciless. So that is what happens for the average guy, which, like, sometimes I want to get something cool when the mythical things that are presented to me are like, hey, those are worth to go for, because sometimes something can happen. And if I get sometimes a run solo, done. See, right there, 2 turns. That is kind of like, when I get a solo run done, that is kind of nice for sometimes. Just have a little bit fun. But does she really deserve that won't work at all. No 9-piece Merciless, no Relic on plus 18, and you can just not do it. While other champions do, like, perform like crazy in here. You have no idea. Like, I'm a little bit angry, to be honest. So, Yumeko, Rixwell, and we put in another Fusion champion. I thought I don't record right now. I was kind of, whoo! I actually did record. I pressed the record button. That's cool. So, Titus in there, and there's, yeah, Aramantu quickly. Just what I think is like, hey, there's a Titus in this game. He produces billions of damage. And he cannot do something solo. Yes, but you can do something like this, where you just go in there and one pop the boss. That is fine. But sometimes having a, wait, let me press the button. Having a chance that sometimes this one champion can solo something that is deemed to be impossible, but just on a 2% win rate, yeah, is not great. But this one is kind of fine. We have Armances, we have Fabians. They seem to be so broken that, yeah, nobody cares. But hey, Maria sometimes does a run on solo stuff, and we are not supposed to do it anymore. Let's see, for example, like a Phantom Shogun, she can't. Wait, I'm gonna show you, like when I don't have the relics, the crazy super relics, what would I do now? Like, oh no, my game is over. I cannot solo this thing because my 30% win rate are over. Oh no, what can I ever do? I need a mythical relic. Oh no. Oh, wait for it. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I just used my shot. Yeah, alright, yeah, then he can solo that thing. Oh, okay. Like, I kind of don't get it. Her damage gets decreased. You will not get an extra turn at all anymore on bosses. Like, not even demolished percentage rate or something. Kind of just put it out there. Like, not at all. And then the damage negation, where they're like, oh cool, there was one part of her that makes her actually good and stuff. And now the only thing I can say, like, oh yeah, get the crushing rent and all the 6 stars and all these super crazy stuff to do damage what other champions can do also. Like, she is not special at all. In PvE, not at all. In PvE, she might have as another use right now, but she also got nerfed, like lesser A1 power. That is kind of a thing that you want to have. Like, oh, I just get lesser power because, yeah. To be honest, because Plarium have not thought about anything about their game, they have not tested it. It seems to be like, what I have in mind is that they have the meeting, and they just designed a new champion, and it was like, oh, 3 Miros, and Bloody Mary reference, let's go for all that, like, oh, all these 3s, 33%, 66, 9, ooh, that sounds so dope, but kind of nobody thought about what kind of consequences that has. And yeah, let's go quickly. If you high-end stuff, this is high-end. Maria can go in here. Wait, she does not have the perfect set right now. The 9-piece Merciless is not there. The what's it called? That relic, I don't even know what's it called. But right now, she can also do that solo. And she probably won't do that. Yeah, she probably won't do that again because the damage negation. I was thinking maybe she can still do it, and yeah, I won, you know? But probably all this damage negation comes so much to affect that that won't happen anymore. But she can solo it. Right now, I showed it already. I don't have to do the whole run. We saw it, like, we can solo it. That seems to be a problem, right? For Plarium, we are not supposed to do that. But, god damn it, why can't I just use the same champion that I used, like, a second before? Where is he? Nishak. I can do it with him. I made videos probably a month or 2 months after release of Amuse, doing it solo. That is most of the time the most efficient way and the less stressful if you have one of those good champions that can do it on a high blessing, nice gear, maybe put some relic on him, like I have a golden elixir on him right now, that helps you out, and you can do it. That isn't the problem anymore. And I just don't see why she got so busted to the ground in PvE. And PvP is half of the game, it's not only PvP. How can you make a champion perform really nice in PvP, but then suck in PvE? Like, what is the meaning of that? How is that even possible? If you hit hard in PvP, I'm supposed to hit hard in PvE. I'm getting confused myself. But yeah, Nisha can do that. He is not the quickest in the world. I see that. She did a speed run. Yes, alright, that is an argument about her being like better than a Nishak. But then you go also in here where you're like, okay, just let me use him, let me use my free champion that I owned. I did all the things in the game and now I can use him. I got the 6-star and bam, I can do this. Titus. He is breaking the game. Like, these numbers are kind of crazy. I personally like it. That's why I'm here for a not nerfing Maria thing. Because I kind of like crazy stuff, and even Maria just sometimes works. It's just nice to have a unique champion. And overall, oh man, I just don't want stuff. I want cool stuff, but if we get cool stuff, I just want them to know before me. Like, you know what I mean? I figure out a lot of things in this game, where it's like, hey, there's a new tactic right here, new powerful combo right there, and sometimes I understand when there's like 3-4 champions that build a combo that a game tester or something doesn't really understand what is going on right there. My Mario's run failed right there. It's okay, whatever. I'm just gonna put Maria quickly in here so you can see again the last time where she can kind of do something like this. But yeah, I can understand when there's some super hardcore mechanics between a couple people that do some really crazy stuff and then they oversee that. No problem. But she was so obvious that it's kind of like, what are you doing? You are supposed to have these things ready when I go on the test server to test out your stuff and just represent all the cool things to my audience, and then we have a great time, make our decisions, and not these drama every time just because they just haven't thought about it. And one thing, guys, when I don't show this, it is not like I'm the reason, and like, no wait, when I show something like this, I'm not the reason that it will get nerfed and everything like this. It's some things like those, they're so obvious, then when it get released on the live server, there will be people that do the same thing than me. It took me literally a half an hour. Like, it was just like, oh, I pressed this button over and over. Oh, this button happens over and over again. Oh, they made it that the button doesn't work over and over again. Let me check if Merciless and the relic does go back to the thing. Oh, I can now press the button over and over again. And yeah, at some point it will be discovered anyway. And yeah, I think I'm done. I said enough. Like, all these... sometimes I wish I can just go on a test server. You have no idea how often that actually is, that something gets cancelled and you cannot do videos anymore because somewhere... It's not only me. Sometimes I'm like preparing something and then out of the nowhere, like a notification, hey, the champion Z has a certain bug and please try not to mislead all the people out there. And I'm trying to not. Like, I don't want to show you anything that is... It is not happening for you. And this time they went over the kit again. Like, first there was a bug and they looked over it and they came back like, oh yeah, Maria is now ready, we fixed the bug, and then we do something again and then it's like, oh, we haven't thought about it, and this time it's so obvious. Like you just had to use her once in a PvE area just by herself. Click the button, let's see what's happening. Okay, I pressed the A1 over and over. Okay, and it's getting a little bit annoying, but hey, you know what? That's kind of bad news. I will still go for her, kind of. Yeah, I do my summon shots in a little bit. It would be nice to see you over there, have a great time, and enjoy Raid a little bit, and not all the time just drama. Yeah, but that will be the end of the video. Make sure to press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.